Ever been ripping through the woods on your dirt bike, minding your own business, and wondered what might pop out from behind the trees? Yeah, you're probably thinking deer or squirrels, but these dirt bikers in this video from way back in 2015 ran into something way weirder. So these two bikers are just cruising along a dirt path when a white car comes screeching around the corner like it's in a movie chase scene, slams on the brakes, throws up a dust cloud, and out pops this guy. For some reason, one of the bikers barreled over to him like they're about to throw down. Things get heated fast, and the other biker just kind of stares for a sec before booking it up the hill. But then, plot twist, he changes his mind, whips that dirt bike around, and comes roaring back to join the fight. Turns out, biker number one is now sprawled on the ground, getting a nearfall, or maybe worse, from this mystery man they claim owns the whole forest. The video cuts out right there, leaving us hanging. The uploader says the car dude didn't stick around, but what happened next? Did fists fly? Did they just yell at each other for a bit and then everyone went their separate ways? We'll never know for sure. Hold on to your textbooks, folks, because a classroom in Pune, India just went from ordinary to out of this world creepy. Apparently, one of the students started acting possessed. According to an Instagram post by Paranoid Normal, we're talking full-on levitation here. Demonic possession, spooky, right? It's been freaking people out for centuries, popping up in all sorts of cultures, especially during crazy times. Back in the Middle Ages, the Catholic Church was documenting tons of cases, people acting wild, speaking gibberish, and even getting super strong. But one of the craziest things about possession is levitation, like literally defying gravity and floating. People would see this and be like, yep, definitely a demon, which is why this video is giving everyone the chills. Now, some folks in the comments are saying this girl is just having a seizure, while others think her classmates are holding her up. But then there's Lunatic the Pitbull, who throws a wrench in the whole thing, saying something invisible is grabbing her by the torso. So if it's not her friends, then who is it? That's a creepy question this video leaves us hanging with. These soldiers are supposed to be learning how to use a rocket launcher. Two trainees are all set to fire, following instructions, but then things go south fast. The RPG doesn't fire right, and instead of a big boom, it just kind of flops right near them. Needless to say, these soldiers are out of there fast. They hightail it out of there, laughing nervously as they dive for cover. Talk about a close call. In Tacoma, Washington, also known as a bit of a crazy place, this lady who seems like she's having a rough time rolls up to a truck and stops it. But that ain't all. She goes full-on action hero, climbs right up onto the hood of the truck, and gets all up in the driver's face through the windshield.
No, she's oh. Did someone call 911?
You can call. I'm getting it on video. This like.
Call the experts at Day and Night to schedule your free in-home consultation today. Visit Shane Company
Don't go near her.
for fine jewelry crafted with the greatest care. Timeless Mother's Day gifts to remind her of your love. Shane Company, fine jewelry.
Wild, right? After that, she hops down and just walks on across the street. Hope she gets the help she needs, that's for sure. Major tragedy struck in Thousand Oaks, California back in November 2018. An armed man opened fire at the Borderline Bar and Grill, a popular spot for college students. This wasn't just a few shots. This guy was loaded for bear, carrying over 190 rounds of ammo, smoke bombs, and fireworks. It was a nightmare.
No one that's reporting.
Yeah.
Everybody stay down!
I've been hit. I'm bleeding everywhere. People are running everywhere. My friends are inside.
Is anybody hurt? No? Okay. Alright, this way. Right here. Keep your hands up where everybody can see them.
Want to go to the front and see if you can make contact with Hela, see if you need any.
The good news? The police responded super fast, getting there in under 2 minutes. But the bad news? The shooter barricaded himself in an office and kept firing on people. The whole thing dragged on for 20 awful minutes before the guy finally took his own life. The worst part? It seems like he just hated college students for no reason. This one's a real head scratcher, just senseless violence. Back in 2021 in Minnesota, there was this crazy scene where a cop got stuck in his squad car after some guy in a stolen vehicle plowed into him at 100 miles an hour.
Help me get this car. We'll be with you, buddy. Hang on, buddy. Hang on.
Firefighters and cops on the scene scrambled to get the door open and found the cop inside all messed up.
All right, hang tight, buddy. Hang tight. You all right, man? You all right? Okay, we'll get you, man. We'll get you. What's that? Yeah, we got fire in the squad here. Fire in the squad. Okay, hang tight, Dallas.
Thankfully, these heroes pulled him out of the car and dragged him to safety just before the whole thing went up in flames.
Yeah, you are good. We're gonna make sure. Put a collar around your neck real quick here. Then you're gonna get on my stretcher and we're gonna get you out of here. Sound good? Wonderful.
The cop was definitely shaken and banged up, with some broken bones, but thanks to his fellow officers, he survived the whole ordeal. So picture this: Miami International Airport, January 24th, 2023. Two ladies missed their flight to Atlanta by a whole 45 minutes, and let's just say they weren't chill about it. Things go south at the Frontier ticket counter when one of them throws a plastic sign holder at an employee and hits her right in the nose, causing a nasty injury. Witness tells the officer what went down, and the poor employee tries to explain too.
I heard the commotion riding back out right here. I think she threw some of the plexiglass or her phone. I'm not sure exactly. I just know the girl go, ah, and then blood.
Okay.
And then they were raising Cain. Okay. Two females. I did take a picture or a video. I didn't get this, which I wish I would have, but I was more worried about
watching it,
making sure everything was quiet. And the reason why is because it almost got out of hand. The officers approached rather gently, if you ask me. They approached smartly, but let's calm this thing down. So they did a good job there. The one girl was just off the hook. So this is the second girl. This is the first girl that caused the biggest commotion right there.
Okay.
So the one in the pink was causing the commotion, but not at first. She spun out. She bled off the other girl. She saw it going off. Get off my friend. Get off my friend. You know what I mean? Going off, dropping F-bombs. That's because two officers approached her because she's out of control. Then she got out of control, and he tried to approach her and then calm her down, and then she was like, don't touch me, I ain't done nothing wrong. So he was kind of like a little passive, which is fine.
Okay.
Then they smartly moved her out of here, and she's going crazy and spazzing out, and they had to put her down to the ground at some point. I was like, they need to put her down. They were too nice on us.
What criminal? Where did you say they were?
I'm getting the info. I'm getting her info now. What happened?
Hello, there was passenger, it was a lot of witnesses.
Thankfully, the cops swoop in and apprehend these two ladies, who by all accounts were not exactly fans of getting arrested.
Get off of me! 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 Get off of me!
I saw it all happen. She threw shit at the counter, and then they came over, they calmed her down, and they immediately the fuck off of me. And then they tried to do it nicely, and they couldn't.
Call my mama.
You're not going to call the one for the now, okay? Relax.
Hey Siri!
Relax.
Hey Siri! Get the fuck off of me! Get off of me!
Hey, we're not going to get off you, okay? Relax.
Stop grabbing me!
You need to relax, okay?
You need to get the fuck out of here, say!
You need to
You can do
relax.
that all you want! You can do that all you want! You can do that all you want!
Lots of yelling and resistance, but eventually they get hauled out of the airport in cuffs, facing some serious charges: resisting arrest, hurting someone bad, and acting a fool in public. They each cough up $500 to get out of jail. But guess what? Frontier Airlines ain't having any of it. Lifetime ban for both of them. Talk about a rough travel day. People see these giant bears lumbering around and think they're slow as molasses. Well, this dude is about to learn a harsh lesson. He stumbles on 3 bears, and instead of booking it out of there, he decides to get all close and, well, poke the bear. Literally the worst idea ever. That bear goes full sprint, leaving our friend scrambling back to his car. Maybe he made it back in one piece. But trust me, that bear totally schooled him. No way he's ever messing with a bear again after that.
Hey, put the dog in. Give me the dog. It went in his backyard. You up? I need you to come meet me.
Hold on a sec. This ain't your typical sanitation worker story. We got a situation in Dallas, Texas where this worker, some lady driver, is cruising around snatching dogs.
Yeah, they trying to get in that one. See, that one open. That must be their dog. My God, baby, I want this damn dog. Hey, put the dog in. Give me the dog. Yeah, give me the dog. For real? Hell yeah. It went in his backyard. Real? Damn!
Looks like she snagged an American Bully, one of those expensive pups that can cost anywhere from a cool grand to a whopping $100,000, depending on its bloodline. This lady seemed pretty thrilled with her find, but here's the thing, she messed up big time.
Babe, I got some dog, bro. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go tell her to come pick it up. You want to keep it in the yard? You in the yard? Hey, baby. Huh? No, they seen the trash truck and I was in the doggone.
This job, working for the city and all, is probably toast now. We trust these folks to help us out, not steal our furry friends. Let's hope they catch this dog napper and get that pup back home safe. This video shows a plane in serious trouble. They were cruising along just fine when one of the engines sputtered and went bust. The pilot, quick on his feet, knew they couldn't stay airborne. Landing at an airport would be too risky, so he had to make a daring decision, an emergency landing, right on the highway. The plane dipped slower and lower, heading straight for the road where cars are whizzing by. You can practically feel the pilot's concentration as they bring that aircraft down with incredible skill. Thankfully, they managed a smooth touchdown, not a scratch on the pilot or the plane. Let's just say the folks on the highway got a real shocker. One minute they're cruising along, the next they've got a plane sharing the lane. This pilot is a hero for sure, pulling off a landing most of us could only dream of. Check out this creepy clip from TikTok user Johnny Grin, posted in January 2023. This 9-second video is enough to send shivers down your spine. Johnny's chilling out, walking alone at night in the Appalachian Mountains. Not exactly for the faint of heart. Things are going smoothly until he hears a blood-curdling sound coming from out of nowhere. Listen closely. People in the comments are freaking out because that noise sounds exactly like a skinwalker, and we can't say for sure what it is, but that's a leading theory. Anyone have any other ideas of what Johnny might have stumbled upon in those mountains? Real or fake, one thing's for sure, that sound would make anyone think twice about late night mountain hike. Let's hope Johnny sticks to daytime adventures from now on. The soldier's day at work involved loading giant tank shells. No pressure, right? He'd been doing it perfectly all day, a dozen times in a row. Feeling like a total pro, he decided to film himself loading a shell, all cool and confident.
Like to load a shell into a tank.
He watches his perfectly loaded shell get fired, then goes to reload for round 2. That's when things almost went sideways. He fumbled the shell for a sec, his heart probably doing a jump shot, but luckily he recovered and got it loaded safe and sound. Not quite the flawless action hero moment he was hoping for, but hey, the job got done. Maybe next time he'll stick to just focusing on the task at hand. This is some crazy Domino's versus PJ's Pizza throwdown, all thanks to an armed robbery. So back on February 5th, 2018, a pizza delivery lady in Columbus got robbed at weapon point while delivering a PJ's pie. This dude pays for the pizza, then pulls a switcheroo, pops a weapon on her, and steals everything she has.
Car's on 13. Are you guys all okay?
We're taking one into custody real quick.
I tried to order a pizza and I bought a sub.
Roll over. Oh, look at that right there! Dummy! It's a gun!
Robbing people, you idiot!
Help me. Hey, help me.
Hang out up there. You're just about to get robbed.
I wasn't though. I had a BB gun at first.
Well, what's that?
But wait, there's more. This dude even holds onto her car door as she drives away. She gets back to PJ's, shakes it off, and calls the cops. Meanwhile, the cops are on the hunt for this robber. Descriptions flying around like crazy. Then, get this. An undercover cop sees a Domino's delivery driver heading to the same house where the PJ's robbery happened. Seems like this robber has a taste for pizza and zero chill. The undercover cop blows the whistle on this likely repeat offender, and the patrol units swoop in to save the day.
Real gun because it's the lady trying to hit me with a car.
Because you tried to rob her. Yeah, you did.
The other lady trying to hit me. I swear to God, bro.
You're so lucky you pulled your hands out of your pocket real quick, dude, without nothing in your hand.
He's so lucky he pulled his hands back out.
I knew he had something because he pulled it up and I put my gun and shoved it back in his waistband.
Well, I appreciate you.
I'm not trying to, believe me, that's not what I want to do.
I know,
okay.
I know. Hopefully he'll learn his goddamn lesson.
They bust a 19-year-old named Tyreek Gills without a hitch. Even his mom was there and knew what was up. Her son got caught red-handed, robbing folks for pizza money. Not the brightest move, Tyreek. Things got crazy in Sacramento recently. A homeless man with his dog was walking around with a stick, which caught the police attention. They tried to talk with him, but things went south fast.
No, it's not.
Hey!
That's him. That's
Okay, talk to me over here.
I don't deal with the police or the lights.
What you do today? You do today?
I do.
Yes.
You sure?
The man started yelling, threw a rock at an officer, and took off running. The police chased him down, but the guy was acting wild and could have hurt himself or someone else. To stop him and keep everyone safe, one officer had to use a taser.
Put it down. If you don't on the ground, I'm gonna tase you. You understand me? If you don't get on the ground, I'm gonna tase you.
That muscle brother gonna blow your head off. Oh, okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
Nobody wants to use force, but the man wouldn't calm down and listen, so the officer had no choice.
You to show me respect like you show your mother. Okay, I'm the direct lawful heir. Okay, and you're my Moroccan subject. You're forcing us against our. You're forcing us against our. Don't touch. Keep your hands to yourself.
The library got real weird real fast in March of 2023. Cops get called out because some couples tried to lock the doors and hold people hostage. Apparently, they thought they were sovereign citizens, whatever that means. The woman says the man's threatening everyone. The man's rambling about aliens in danger. Officers show up and let's just say they're not buying this crazy talk.
Interesting. It's the gentleman in the gray coat, along with the lady in the brown coat.
Here's where I'm going.
Yes.
How you doing?
Aladdin Bay, Moorish American National, the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. We're protected under treaties and Constitution. And my whole thing is that we're here protecting ourselves under Constitution.
They want you guys to leave.
All right, well, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know that I'm Empress Luna Latoya Bay. I'm with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and Moorish American Consulate.
Okay.
I'm a Moorish Consul General, and I'm protected under treaties and Constitution. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And right now we are communicating with our consulate, and they're already on notice.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
You still have to leave the building.
The more the cops try to calm things down, the weirder it gets.
Principles under consular jurisdiction. I'm Aladdin Murak Bay, ex-relation to Navon Gilroy, the corporate name, and then you have Luna Latoya Bay, all right? Ex-relation Lydia Smith, but we're in honor, okay? And we need to see 3 forms of identification. I need to know who you are.
Building, are you going to go to jail for
Are you forcing
trespassing?
me against my will under threat, duress, and coercion?
No, I'm telling you have to
forcing me
leave
against
because
my
this
will?
is their property, and they're
I'm
telling
letting
you
you
are
know.
going to leave the
Do
property.
you deal with
okay?
any treaties or constitutions?
Okay, listen to me.
What is your nationality? I'm letting
You
you
are
know we're
going
already
to leave
in
the
going
building,
communication with
or
our
you are
bishop.
going to go to jail for trespassing.
It would
It's up
only
to
be
you.
kidnapping. I don't accept
It's
your
not-
offer to contract.
It's not kidnapping.
I'm commanding
it's
you
an
as the
arrest.
direct lawful heir.
I am commanding you as a police officer of Dayton that you
show
are
me
in
3
Dayton
forms of
to leave the
identification.
building or go to jail. It's up to you.
It's only I don't accept your offer to contract. Do
Okay.
you overstand?
So you can leave the building for 30 days, you can go to jail.
Okay. I'm letting you know I don't accept your offer to contract.
And I'm letting you know that you have to leave the building for 30
Do you
days to
have
go to
an
jail.
Article 3 federal court? Do you have an?
Okay,
I'm
ma'am.
letting you know.
Finally, the cops laid down the law. Step outside or it's trespassing time.
Of the building.
Already here. We're waiting on our consul.
We're
Okay.
commanding to speak
You have
with
to
the
leave the
sheriff
building
who's
or you're going to
doing-
go to jail for trespassing. It's up to you.
Okay, you guys need to walk
We're
out of the
commanding
building.
to speak with Robert Shrek.
And I am commanding you to leave the building.
Okay. Is your recorder on?
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
For the record, on the record. All right.
Absolutely.
I need.
The lady gets all aggressive, but the officers are done playing nice.
Do you have a delegation of authority order? Are you signed by an Article 3
Okay,
federal
grab your
court?
stuff and leave. You're going to handcuffs right now.
I'm letting you know our consulate's
Okay,
on the
put
way.
your stuff on the table.
I'm not accepting your offer
Put
to
your purse on the
contract.
table.
This is my.
Okay,
this
put
is
your
my,
stuff
I'm
and your
letting
purse
you
on the
know.
table.
We're walking out
You're,
the door,
you're
and we're all going
forcing
in
me
handcuffs.
against my will. I'm
That's
under
how it's
threat,
gonna
duress, and coercion.
Put your stuff on the table or you're getting put in handcuffs. Okay, get your stuff
I'm
and leave or
commanding
you're
to
going
speak with
to
Rod
jail.
Shrek. Michael Robert Shrek.
Wait.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Don't
This way.
touch me. Keep your hands to
You're going to get
yourself.
put in handcuffs so you don't start
I'm letting
walking.
you know you're forcing
Okay?
me against my
That's
will.
it. That's fine.
You
Let's
guys,
go.
I need you guys to be in honor. You hear me?
We are. Let's go.
Okay? I need you to show me respect like you show your mother. You hear
Well,
me?
you're not showing us respect, so let's go.
Okay? I'm the direct lawful heir.
I don't
Okay?
care. Let's
And
go.
you're my Moroccan subject and trustee within my borders.
Let's go.
Okay? And I don't accept
Let's
your
go.
offer.
Let's go.
And you're going to be fine for
Let's
that.
go.
You're going to be fine for
Let's
that.
go.
Accept your offer to contract.
I don't care what you
and
accept.
we're
Let's
already
go.
in ongoing, okay?
Then call them all, okay?
We
Let's
are in
go.
ongoing communication with our bishop and the
Let's go.
provost marshal.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay? I need you to be in honor. You're good.
I got it. I'm here. 30. Yeah.
It's already in honor. Do you deal with any treaties? What's your nationality? And don't damage my stuff. Okay? Okay, I'm letting you know.
Give me your hands.
I'm letting you know that I'm under
fighting me.
I'm not fighting nobody.
Keep your hands behind your
Okay?
back, understand?
Now right now.
They escort this wacky couple out of the library and straight to the cop car. Turns out, after questioning the library staff, the cops piece together this whole hostage alien possession thing. These two get a free staycation in jail. But that's not the end of the story. Court papers say they claim to be possessed by aliens. Yikes. And guess what? They got arrested again a few months later. Sounds like these folks need some serious help, not jail time. Looks like there's a bear on the loose in New Middletown, casually strolling through someone's yard. Apparently, this Yogi wannabe ain't the only one roaming around. There have been other bear sightings too. This is no time for a furry friend playdate. A bear in a neighborhood is a danger to everyone. Hopefully, animal control gets on this ASAP and gets this wilderness wanderer back to where it belongs. In Georgia, someone just stole an ambulance and is having a wild joyride. Don't worry, the cops are smoking hot on his trail, with a whole pack of police cars in pursuit. This high-speed chase ain't gonna last long. Sounds like the law's gotta put the brakes on this ambulance adventure real quick. This happened back in October of 2021, but it's a real heartbreaker. Cops get called to an apartment complex because two young ones, a 7-year-old girl and a 9-month-old boy, are all alone. Turns out their mom, 27-year-old Samantha Sanchez, has been leaving them for long stretches, like 20 to 30 minutes at a time. And apparently, this has been going on for weeks. Staff at the complex were worried sick and finally called the cops.
Just FYI, the little girl's already crying.
Okay. Hello,
Hi.
police department.
Hi.
What's going on, guys? Is everything okay over here? We got called out here to check up on you guys. It's okay. Nobody's in trouble. Yeah, nobody's in trouble at all. We're just gonna talk to your mom when she comes back home, that's all.
It's okay. So we got a call. We've gotten a couple calls prior to this that they've been having one, but we couldn't get in or check it or anything.
How long have you guys been getting calls about this? Like how?
I've been here for a couple weeks and it's been since day one.
Where's your mama?
She's just going somewhere. Where did she go, baby? She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me.
Do you have a phone number for her so we can give her a call? Her name's Samantha. How often would you say that you take care of your baby brother?
She goes to the store or when she goes to pick up something.
How long does that usually take, do you know?
It takes 20 minutes to maybe like, yeah.
20 minutes to what?
20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay. How long, when did she leave today?
It's been about 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Hello, this is Officer Sean Delaney with the Albuquerque Police Department. Is this Samantha Sanchez? Well, I'm trying to get a hold of you because I'm at your apartment with your unattended children, and I was wondering where you were at.
When the officers show up, Samantha isn't exactly thrilled to see them. They try to talk to her calmly, but she gets loud and argumentative.
What do you mean by violent?
Yeah, why are you here?
Because you left your children unattended.
They're fine.
Yeah, but they're a little young.
And so my daughter knows the drill. She knows to stay home. And you can mind your business. And yeah.
I could mind my business if there wasn't a violation of.
There's not a violation of a law. You just need to mind your business.
No, a 7-year-old.
So who the fuck? You know what we're doing? Get away from my house.
Okay, there's an officer inside your apartment.
Is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you call the cops on me?
There's a few things we need to work out before you decide which of your neighbors ratted on you.
Yes,
okay?
who snitched on me? I want to know who it was first. And then second of all...
So you don't see a problem with leaving your children in this
No, because they've been here all the time. They do this all the time. And
that's
they're taken care of.
So you're upsetting her and making her cry? You're just walking down
No, you can close my door and get out of my house. That's what you
it's
can.
a criminal investigation.
No, it's not. It's not. Nothing's been criminally done.
Actually, this is a crime.
No, it's not. Okay, well, I'm going to leave, sir, so you can, like...
So are you...
Things go from bad to worse, and Samantha ends up resisting arrest, pulling away, kicking, even pinching the officers. Yeesh.
Don't pull away from us.
Go to my car. Hurry, go to my car and tell Thurman to come get in the van, the baby. Hurry.
Away from us. I need another cup.
Backup arrives. They get her cuffed, but she's still fighting.
Let go of this stuff. Let go.
This is child abuse by leaving him in there like that. Get off of me.
Stop it.
Get off. Let me up.
Cooperate with this.
I'm 300 pounds, bitch. I can do whatever the
Stop pinching me. Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Get off of me.
Cooperate with us, please.
If you stop attacking us, we'll get off of you.
She gets hit with a bunch of charges, including child abuse for leaving her young ones alone. But here's the kicker. Samantha ends up taking a plea deal and only gets probation. Crazy, right? Then just 6 months later, she's arrested again for shooting her young one's toes off in a fight with her boyfriend. This time, she pleads guilty to child abuse and again gets probation, even though the DA wanted her locked up. This whole situation is messed up. Hopefully, those young ones are safe now. This horrific thing happened in Baltimore County. A resident caught a horrible scene on camera. A woman named Shakaya Allen, 27, was running for her life in a parking lot. Apparently, the man chasing her was her ex-boyfriend, and she screams that she has a restraining order against him.
I have a restraining order on you. Call the police. That's my police. That's why she recorded.
The whole thing happens so fast. The guy catches up, trips her, and before the person filming can even call the police, he pulls out a weapon and shoots Shakaya right there. She didn't stand a chance. This is just awful. It was February 22, 2018, and 12-year-old cheerleader Linda Michelita Rogers was pumped. She woke up early at like 6 a.m. to film herself getting ready for a big cheer competition.
6:02 a.m. Friday, I'm gonna get ready for the NCA, National Cheerleaders Association, today. So I'm gonna start with hair, turn on my lamp.
She was talking about doing her hair and stuff on camera, you know, for her fans.
I'm sorry if you guys can't hear me still, but they're all sleeping. So I went ahead and connected my straightener, and I still have to connect the curling iron. And I already got halfway started doing the braid, and all what's left to do is the ponytail. Straighten it, curl it, poof it, whatever. So, yeah.
Then, out of nowhere, a gas explosion rips through the house and the video cuts out. Sadly, Linda never made it to her competition. The explosion took her life.
She always said she wants to be a very top doctor. I was crying like crazy. And I was crying and crying in the hospital, and my mom, she told me, what happened, Chelo? What happened? And I said, it's because Michelita was there, mommy.
In April 2021, Kevin Lomas was found stabbed to death in his bedroom at his home in the West Midlands of England. 3 years have passed, and they still haven't caught the person who took his life. The police recently released CCTV footage showing Kevin's last known movements, walking the streets near his home in the days before the murder. They're hoping the video will jog people's memories and encourage anyone with information to come forward. Let's hope Kevin finally gets some justice soon. Cops in Louisville raced to a house on Bowling Avenue last August after neighbors heard a woman screaming for help. It turns out the woman was trapped inside.
Hey, I'm trying to break the window down. Put the door down? Yeah. I got a bunch of loose. Oh, shit. That one's locked. Look at that boy. Oh, which window she kick out? Where you see a ladder at?
I got a ladder there. The ladder was on the side.
Is anybody else in there? He did what? Is he Hispanic?
Cops found her chained to the floor by the neck.
Where's the key at?
I know he's got it on his feet. And he's got it on
They used whatever they could to break the chain and get her out.
There we go.
2 days later, they caught the guy who did it, 36-year-old Moises May. Things apparently started with an argument that turned violent. May allegedly cut most of the woman's ear off with a machete and wouldn't let her leave. When she came back for her stuff later, He locked her in, chained her up, and threatened to take her life. Thankfully, she managed to break a window and scream for help, leading to her rescue. May's facing a bunch of charges, including kidnapping and assault, and is being held on a hefty bond. Diver Rich Aloha was out treasure hunting in a Tennessee lake when he stumbled on something way crazier than gold. He found a GoPro camera at the bottom, and guess what? The memory card still worked after 2 whole years. The footage showed the last moments of a young guy named Richard Ragland. He's having a blast ziplining and chilling at a waterfall with his friends. But tragically, that same day, Richard ended up drowning. Rich says a park ranger tipped him off that there might be a GoPro down there from 2017 with a video of an American African guy. He figured it could be Richard, and sure enough, it was. Rich even managed to contact Richard's family, who were obviously blown away. Rich said this is the most impactful thing he's ever found, and you can't really argue with that. Talk about a crazy discovery. Here's 22-year-old Lindsay Partridge having a fun boat trip with her boyfriend. They were on a romantic getaway in Florida, but things took a tragic turn. Just minutes after this video was taken, Lindsay fell off the boat and sadly lost her life. There's this video going around of a homeless woman stealing from a store. It gets messy. Security guards catch her and try to drag her back inside, but she's fighting them all the way. One guard decides to grab the stolen stuff from her bag, even though she's yelling and begging him to stop. Things get loud, and the woman starts crying.
Bro. I'm hungry, bro. I don't care. That's not how the world works. You don't get to. You're hungry, so you try to take $800 worth of marijuana? Let me take it out. No.
She says she just stole because she was hungry.
Get out. No. Let me take it out. Let me take it out. I am.
This is insane.
In the end, maybe realizing the trouble she's in, she gives up and lets a guard take the stuff back. Not a pretty scene for anyone involved. Is this a ghost car or what? Facebook user AppleMakeHotels3 caught this wild video of a runaway scooter scaring everyone. It just kept on rolling, out of control. Finally, a brave soul stepped in and stopped the spooky scooter in its tracks. But seriously, how was this thing driving itself? Ghost cars and self-driving spooky vehicles? Sounds like the plot of a creepy movie, right? Well, this story is just one of many urban legends about haunted cars and unexplained phenomena. These tales often pop up in places with a rich history of ghost stories, where folks blame weird stuff on the spirits of the dearly departed. This video shows a crazy police raid, but most of it's just scary sounds. It starts with young ones hiding behind a flipped over desk, like they're scared of something bad.
Your hands! Your hands! Hands!
Then the screen goes black, and you hear yelling. Cops are storming in, telling everyone to show their hands. That's when the camera drops. Even without seeing it, you can picture all these SWAT guys in black bursting in, barking orders at everyone to get on the ground. There's a bunch of noise. Sounds like stuff getting knocked over, but you can't see what's happening. We don't know why the police went in so hard. The video doesn't say, but one thing's for sure, it sounds like things got intense. May 2021 in Santa Clara Valley took a horrible turn. A 57-year-old worker at the transportation agency, VTA for short, went postal and shot 9 of his co-workers before ending his own life. This happened at the busiest time of day at the maintenance yard, with over 100 people around. Body cam footage shows cops rushing into the buildings the second they heard the shots.
Yeah, let's move. Hands on your head.
Are you able to open that door for us?
I am, sir.
Okay.
Give me your key card.
got somebody down in front of me.
They followed the sounds of shots and burst through a break room, but by then the shooter was already gone, a real tragedy all around. The suspect went rogue in a major way. Police say they saw him shooting out his car window, then he took off, leaving them in a wild chase. Not only was he driving recklessly, but he even rammed a cop car. No wonder there's a warrant out for this 26-year-old Malik Davis. Sounds like he's facing a whole bunch of felony charges. This dude used to be a North Korean super soldier, but in 2013, he bounced out of there and hid in China. Desperate times, though, led him to some bad choices. Next thing you know, he's facing deportation back to North Korea. Defecting is a big no-no there, like the death penalty, not wanting to become a human popsicle. He hatches a crazy escape plan. Dude planned for weeks, nerves of steel and all that. And guess what? He pulls it off in just 3 minutes. Here's the insane part. He uses a rope to ninja his way to the electronic fence without anyone noticing. Then in a blink, this ex-special forces dude messes with the wires like some kind of electrician ninja and shorts out the whole fence, scales it, and disappears into the night. Talk about a Hollywood movie. This mind-blowing series of videos has everyone scratching their heads. It all started when Instagrammer Alex Shaw noticed a trespasser in his security camera footage. The guy walks right onto Alex's property, heads straight for the backyard shed, and disappears inside. Alec freaks out, thinking it's a break-in. He yells through the camera, but the dude doesn't even flinch. Alec calls the cops, who show up, search the shed, and find nothing. The guy vanished into thin air, even though Alec live-streamed the whole thing. The security footage with sound shows the intruder mumbling and gesturing, but nothing crazy. Here's where it gets even weirder. Alec rents this place out as an Airbnb, so he wasn't even there. And guess what? The shed only has one door and 0 windows. Some folks say the camera glitched, but Alec has a different story. Fast forward to video number 2. Another Instagram user named Matty Ice does some digging and finds a doppelganger of the intruder online. This dude was a Harvard graduate, obsessed with time travel, constantly posting about it on blogs. But here's the kicker. This guy died in 2018, and it gets even more messed up. There are conflicting reports of his death year, with some saying 2017. Video 3 dives into another wild theory, courtesy of horror legend Stephen King. King wrote a book in 2022 about a dude with a backyard shed that has a secret staircase leading to another world and a fountain of youth. In the book, the guy actually lives to be 120. Alec's on a mission now. He investigates the history of his house, uncovering passcode violations for the shed. It wasn't properly enclosed or secured to the ground in 2003. Not a huge deal, but kinda creepy considering the whole time travel thing. Next, Alec gives us a tour of the time travel shed. People in the comments are freaking out, wondering how time travelers will get in if he locks it. Others are convinced there's a hidden tunnel under the floorboards. Some even think the dryer is the portal. Alec sets up a new camera in the shed to monitor things overnight. But guess what? Nothing happens. Maybe because, as one commenter pointed out, a time traveler from the future would know the camera was there. So, what's the verdict? Time traveler? Camera glitch? Secret tunnel? The believers are pressuring Alec to dig deeper. They're convinced something strange is going on. What do you think? This video just landed on the subreddit known for all things weird, high strangeness. We're talking aliens, ghosts, monsters, You name it. This clip features someone filming the night sky in Delaware. Pretty normal, right? Well, not exactly. This dude seems convinced he's caught UFOs on camera.
UFOs?
What the fuck?
That's UFOs.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Maybe they're gonna land.
This is, what is this? This is crazy.
The Martians.
This is fuck. I'll sees this shit. Babe, can you tell her to come here? Tell her to come here.
There are definitely some strange lights flickering around, and the person filming is freaking out by the whole thing. Since the video just hit the web, there's no explanation yet.
Outside. UFOs.
What do you want?
Babe, there's something crazy going on out here. Like UFOs or something.
I told you.
What? What?
I said when you were talking to Zach.
What'd you say?
That I said, what is that? And then it's like the tree.
I didn't know you meant that.
Yes.
It's not doing it now.
But I saw it.
Coming in, break.
It was something like...
So what do you guys think? Are these legit alien spaceships phoning home? Or something else entirely? Is ET finally phoning home? Or is there a more earthly explanation for these strange lights? Andrea Mazzetto and Sarah Briganti were recording their hike in Italy. They had no idea it would be their last video together. Right after the video ended, Mazzetto went to grab his phone from a cliff's edge, lost his balance, and tragically fell 330 feet to his death. Home security footage caught some crazy stuff back in March. A grandma in New Mexico had to pull out all the stops to protect herself and her 4-year-old granddaughter from a home invader.
Get back! Get back! I have a gun! Get back! Get back!
911 emergency.
There's a guy came into my house. He's trying to take my car. Please help.
Apparently, this dude, Joseph Rivera, 32 years old, crashed a stolen car nearby and decided to bust into the house. Video shows him yelling for car keys, and the grandma, understandably freaked, just gives them to him.
Get back! I will.
What did you do?
Because you're in my house. I will get you water, but if you hurt me, I'm gonna shoot you again. God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh God, this is not happening.
But this stuff grandma wasn't done. She grabbed a weapon, locked herself in a bedroom, and when Rivera came back for more keys, she blasted him with a single shot. You can even hear her on the video, all flustered, offering him water but also threatening to shoot him again if he tries anything. She even apologizes while waiting for the cops. Luckily, the dude somehow survived and got arrested while still passing out. Now he's facing a bunch of charges for breaking in, trying to steal more stuff, and having a stolen car. Yikes. On September 30, 2021, a group of young ones ventured into the forest near their homes, unaware that this area was notorious for numerous disappearances and fatalities. As the sun set and the children remained missing, their horrified parents called the police, who promptly launched a full-scale manhunt. The officers needed to act swiftly to find the children alive. The youngsters had gotten lost on a trail that connected each of their houses, and by this point, they had been missing all night long. Nobody knew what condition they might be in or if they had even survived through the night. Despite police urging locals not to conduct their own searches, one resident, familiar with the land better than anyone, couldn't rest knowing that young lives might be at risk in his backyard. It was a miracle that they all returned safely. They followed their parents' instructions perfectly. Stick together and wait for help if they ever got lost.
I'm the police. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods? Come on, buddy.
Let's get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in your car? His hands, look at his hands. They were down in the creek bottom all night. Soaked wet and I put it on.
Wrap around here. Wrap your arms around it. You're gonna have to hold it up. You got it, buddy? All right, come on. Let's get out of these woods. You made it. Peace. Are y'all ready to get out of the woods? Come on, buddy.
Let's get out of here. You got cheeseburgers in your car? His hands, look at his hands. They were down in the creek bottom all night. Soaked wet and I put it on.
Wrap around here. Wrap your arms around it. You're gonna have to hold it up. You got it, buddy? All right, come on. Let's get out of these woods.
The local man who found them reported that they were huddled together under a fallen tree and miraculously appeared almost completely unaffected by the ordeal. The man that found them is considered a hero, but requested to remain anonymous. His primary focus was helping the young ones to safety. When 23-year-old Sandra Birchmore didn't show up for work for a couple of days in February 2021, her boss asked the police to check on her at home in Canton, Massachusetts. When officers entered her place, they found Birchmore, who was 3 months pregnant, dead. It looked like she had taken her own life, but later investigation suggested something else might be going on. CCTV footage showed Birchmore coming and going from her apartment in her final days, followed by a man believed to be Matthew Farwell. Farwell, a police officer, allegedly had an inappropriate affair with Birchmore, starting when she was just 15. He resigned from the force in 2022, and many suspect he was involved in the deaths of Sandra and her unborn baby, which was likely his.
Good water.
So back in March 2016, some dude in Chicago got lit up 16 times while living his life on Facebook Live. Crazy, right? Then just a couple months later, it happened again. This time it was Antonio Perkins, this 28-year-old dude from Chicago. The video starts off normal, Antonio's just chilling on the street, sipping on what he says is water, talking to his friends and looking around.
What you doing, Creme Dolly Creme? Hey, y'all, he got a drink muscle.
Give my stuff out. Give my stuff out.
But then, at about the 1 16th second mark, everything goes south. Shots ring out, and you see Antonio fall. His phone tumbles through the grass, all bloody, and someone picks it up for a sec before dropping it again. The screen cuts to black.
Why you hit him?
All you hear are screams and people yelling for someone to call the cops. Turns out, Antonio got shot in the head and neck. Dude didn't make it. And here's the kicker. That whole messed up live stream is still on Facebook with hundreds of thousands of views. In this day and age, trusting someone new can feel like walking a tightrope. You never know when a casual sale might turn south. This dude thought he found a buyer for his prized BMX, but something in his gut told him to bounce.
Yeah, this is one.
I see.
Luckily, he listened to his instincts and dodged a bullet. Literally, who knows? When people get desperate, even selling your bike can turn into a sketchy situation.
What the hell?
Moral of the story, in this crazy world, always trust your gut. It might just save your neck. This Connecticut kitchen cam caught a crazy scene. A giant black bear casually waltzes right in, like he owns the place. This ain't your average burglar though. This dude's got a nose for leftover lasagna. You won't believe it, but this furry bandit sniffs out the freezer, pops it open with zero effort, and snatches that lasagna like a pro. Then, in one smooth move, jumps right out the window, lasagna dinner in paw, and disappears. Talk about a wild break-in. This bear's got some serious burglary skills. Hold on to your steering wheels, folks, because this garage cam footage is wild. It all goes down in Bayberry Lane when a dude pulls into his garage, only to be met by two masked creeps. They jump him right there. You can hear the guy yelling for his wife to call the cops, and let me tell you, the screams coming from inside are enough to make your hair stand on end. Thankfully, the dude's okay, but those jerks stole his Aston Martin. This is one messed up home invasion. Here's some video footage released by Bridgeport Police Department showing a person of interest in the homicide of Marco Aleskis Canar. In the video, you can spot a man strolling through the victim's driveway. He's an older guy, wearing a black hoodie. The police mentioned that this person was seen in the area and they just wanted to talk to him for now. This video begins with a woman who is not lost or hiding, but instead kidnapped by her psychotic ex-boyfriend. Meet 32-year-old Jack Morgan. He had been planning on kidnapping his ex-girlfriend for an extended period of time. He just might have gotten away with it had there not been any witnesses, and authorities had a description of his car. It still would be a difficult task as all they had was she was forced out of her apartment and appeared to be handcuffed. They discovered a knife and signs of a struggle that ensued. Authorities were also well aware they had a limited amount of time as Jack was known to be a loose cannon. Fortunately, Jack's vehicle was spotted on Highway 84 just 12 hours after the abduction. It was this moment where authorities made the most horrifying stop of their lives. Watch this.
Hey, Hill, get on your PA! There is a passenger! There is a passenger! Open the door, getting outside. Turn away, turn around, turn around. Hey, keep them up! Keep them coming back! Keep them coming back! There's a passenger! Hands up! Hands up, passenger! Get on the ground, passenger! All the way! Yeah, I got passenger, I got passenger.
You might think that's the missing woman exiting the van, but it's Jack's partner in crime, 19-year-old Sophie Brown. Police apprehended the suspects. However, they don't know if the kidnapped woman is in the vehicle or even alive at this point.
Put a camera on this thing.
Oh my
my God, thank you.
Suddenly, police discovered another individual who appeared to be chained down as if they're a wild animal.
Throw me. Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay?
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
Come on, hold on. Hold on. There. Okay. Got another hand, okay?
Got it?
Hold on, hold on, we got you. Yeah, you checked them, no?
He had me earlier and I got him to take me.
Jack had reportedly informed his victim that he was taking her to a cave he and Sophie had set up, where he planned to brainwash her into consenting to marry him. The woman, later identified as Jane, was discovered chained to the vehicle's floor. Despite the severe psychological distress and trauma she endured, she was physically unharmed.
He choked me out like 6 times.
I don't got a key for this one, guys. Sarge, I don't got a key for the neck one.
Okay.
Here it is. Okay, hold on, give me time.
Oh my God.
Where you guys going?
I was in Las Vegas. He broke into my Las Vegas apartment and stole me from my home.
Las Vegas, New Mexico?
Nevada.
Nevada?
He hauled ass.
Do you know the guy?
Yeah, he's my ex-boyfriend. How did you know?
They called us and told us.
Who did?
I was up at the office trying to run him, see if we had anything on him.
He dragged me out of the place and I fought so hard because I was like, this is how you die. And I think a neighbor saw me getting dragged out. He choked me out like 6 times because I kept fighting so hard.
Okay, did you lose consciousness when he was choking you?
Yes, like 6. He choked me out 6 times.
Okay.
Kidnapping is a grave crime in Nevada, carrying severe penalties. Abducting an adult for ransom or with intent to cause harm is considered first-degree kidnapping and can result in a life sentence. Based on Jane's account, Jack inflicted harm on her and intended even worse. His erratic behavior was absurd when he was subsequently taken to jail.
You got a favorite hymn?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know. I've never been into them. What about you?
What about Amazing Grace? You like that one?
I'll take it.
Inevitably, there was no chance of saving him. He was later sentenced to life in prison. His accomplice, Sophie, identified as a woman but sentenced under her birth name, Samuel, received a 63-month prison term, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Deep in the Indian night, 2 friends cruised down a deserted road, headlights cutting through the inky blackness. They shared tired glances, the weight of late-night travel heavy on their eyes. Little did they know that their peaceful drive was about to take a terrifying turn. Suddenly, a woman materialized out of the shadows, waving like a maniac. The friends froze, caught off guard. Should they help? As they cautiously pulled over, a nightmare unfolded. A group of thugs materialized from the darkness, brandishing sticks and hurling things at the car. Adrenaline shot through their veins. A heart-wrenching decision loomed: fight or flight. In a split second, survival instinct kicked in, and they floored it, making a daring escape that left them breathless and forever changed. It was April 2024, and 2 neighbors, Chad and Chris, were chilling by their backyard fire pit. They were just shooting the breeze, enjoying the crackle of the flames, when suddenly, that very crackle became a life-saving warning. They said the whole thing happened in a flash.
We almost died.
One of their sons even came running out, totally freaked out by the noise.
Dad, what was that? Holy moly!
Luckily, everyone was safe. Apparently, their wives and young ones were still inside the house when the whole thing went down. Crazy, right? They were all about to join the fire pit fun, s'mores and all, when fate intervened. And get this, they were just about to crank up some tunes, which would have totally masked the sound of that cracking tree branch. Talk about a close call. This intense video shows a snowboarder getting saved from a total nightmare near Mount Baker in Washington. The whole thing's caught on camera by the skier who ends up being the hero. We see both of them cruising down the slope, the snowboarder leading the way. 1 second he's there, the next, dude vanishes in a blink of an eye.
Oh my God. Oh.
The skier filming stops for a sec, then keeps going, but then something catches his eye.
Oh, you alright?
A snowboard sticking out of the snow, like a red flag. He whips around and there's a snowboarder, buried headfirst in a tree well. This dude wastes no time. He scrambles over and starts digging, trying to get the man some air.
Hold on, I'm coming. Hey, you alright? Can you hear me? Come on. Come on, help me out.
He checks on him, makes sure he's responsive.
You okay? You alright? Okay, you're good. You're good, I got you. You okay? Can you breathe?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright. We're both gonna catch our breath for a sec. I'm gonna help dig you out, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. You're good. Oh. Alright. Get a little more snow away from your mouth.
Talk about a quick thinking rescue. This skier definitely deserves a high five. Cops on patrol in Lozells spotted a fire on Villa Road just before midnight. They called the fire brigade right away and then jumped into action themselves. These heroes next door bravely went into the building next to the fire and got everyone out safe.
76, we've got a boss here, we understand. You want to come over? Should we take over full rate with a rips or helmets on?
Get down! There's somebody in there, bro. Get the box as well, come on. There's somebody up there. Go on.
Who's shooting the boss now?
Person's reported level 2 on the house fire that we're on. Yeah, bro. Come here. Yeah, go.
Quick, because it's getting worse. Now, Buzz.
It's on. Ready?
Yeah, go on.
Go on. Go on. Get out! Get out! Everyone, get out!
They even checked the place above the fire just to be sure. Luckily, nobody was there. One of our officers breathed in a bit too much smoke during the rescue, so paramedics checked everyone out on the scene and sent him to the hospital for good measure. The West Midlands Fire Service put out the flames, and now detectives are on the hunt for the arsonist who started this whole thing. Detective Superintendent David Newson from Birmingham CID said, "This fire could have been a disaster, but thanks to our quick-thinking officers who ran right into danger, everyone got out okay." The cops were knocking on doors and checking CCTV footage to find the arsonist who started this fire. Marion County deputies spotted a car speeding with a broken brake light on June 17th. The driver tried to ditch the cops, but they weren't having it. They ended up at a Family Dollar in Silver Spring Shores, and that's where things got crazy. A 16-year-old passenger bolted inside the store, but Deputy Kubezi wasn't far behind. When they finally caught up, there was a struggle over a rifle the teenager had hidden under his shirt.
Where did he go? The black guy don't wear me.
Come on, man. Say you not want to go, bro.
Hey, hey, drop the gun, drop it. Stop, get on the ground, get on the f***ing ground. Get on the f***ing ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I will get on the f***ing ground.
That was not my gun, though.
Get on the f***ing ground. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
You understand me?
That is really not my gun, bro.
Get on the f***ing ground. Stay on your feet.
Bro, that's not my gun, bro.
6680. I got one detained. I'll be by the...
That's not my gun, bro.
Dollar General by the laundromat.
That's not my gun, bro.
American.
The teenager, who's now facing a ton of charges, kept saying the weapon wasn't his. Things got even worse when deputies found a backpack in the car. It allegedly had weed and baggies inside, which isn't exactly a good look. The teenager claims the backpack is his, but the weapon? Still not his story. Even his cousin backed up the backpack story. This teen's facing a laundry list of charges now, including having a weapon as a minor, having a sawed-off rifle, drug dealing, weed possession, assaulting an officer with a weapon, and resisting arrest. No bail for this teenager. He's locked up in Marion County Jail. December 8th, 2020, Sao Paulo's rough neighborhood, Cracolândia, erupts in chaos. Dozens of people, strung out on drugs, swarm the streets, targeting any car that dares to crawl through. A red car, stuck in slow-moving traffic, becomes their prime target. Desperate hands reach out, clawing at the windows. Look at that red door. One yank and it bursts open. Imagine being stuck inside, surrounded by a frenzy with nowhere to run. The good news? They probably got out without a scratch. But the bad news? That kind of terror leaves a mark way deeper than any bruise. Did they get robbed? We don't know. But in Cracolândia, just surviving another day is a win. The scars this place leaves, they run deep. This campfire hangout with friends takes a creepy turn real fast. The video starts normally, just some teens in the woods, chilling by the fire, watching cartoons and messing around.
Look at those chicken and biscuits you got.
But then one of the girls disappears.
Yeah, I know, for legit though, like, Alexis has been gone for so freaking long trying to actually poop.
They goof around for a while, not thinking much of it, until it dawns on them she's been gone way too long.
Can a couple of people just come with me just to make sure we're good?
The vibe shifts from playful to worried fast. You can practically feel the panic rising in their voices as they head out to find her. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream cuts through the night, sending them sprinting into the darkness.
Alexis? Shit. Alexis? Alexis?
They stumble upon a weird stick structure in the woods, and as they creep closer, pure terror hits. The camera drops just as something monstrous comes into view, a six-armed figure that looks vaguely human, but definitely not something you want to meet in the woods, especially after a few drinks. Talk about a nightmare come true. This TikTok account called Paranormal Vibes posted a video of some dudes exploring a supposedly abandoned house. They're filming everything for their channel, you know, the usual spooky adventure stuff. Things seem chill at first. They're just checking the place out. Then they decide to crawl under the house to get a good look. Gotta be thorough, right?
So that's a 1958 Coke bottle, right? What is that?
that's weird. Here. That is strange. You heard that, right, Dan?
Yes, I did. Not funny at all.
No, not cool. Not cool. I told you this place felt creepy. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So I hope you guys have...
Suddenly, super loud footsteps come booming from above inside the house. These guys freaked, scrambled out from under the house, faster than you can say ghostly stomps. They even went back inside to try and figure out where the noise came from, but no dice. They left empty-handed, spooked, and with no explanation. Let's just hope if they return for round 2, they have the same luck escaping whatever that was. Tragedy struck in northern Italy after 3 friends were filmed in a heartbreaking hug, moments before being swept away by a flash flood. The young crew, 20-year-old Patricia Kormos, 23-year-old Bianca Doros, and 25-year-old Christian Molnar, were enjoying a walk along the Natisoni River near Udine when disaster struck. Days of heavy rain caused the river to surge unexpectedly. Heartbreaking footage shows the friends clinging to each other on a tiny island in the middle of the raging water. Firefighters and rescue teams rushed to the scene, using drones, boats, and even divers in a desperate search for the missing group. This is a terrible reminder of the power of flash floods and how quickly things can turn tragic. The stirred biker went wild to ditch the Arkansas state troopers. Cops pulled him over for a traffic stop, but nope, he wasn't having it. Took off on a chase, even had the nerve to gas up mid-flight.
Straight over here by these apartments.
Almost got away too. His dirt bike skills were on point, leaving the police in the dust, but he took a risky turn off-road. Luckily for everyone, it wasn't a busy highway. The biker vanished, and the cops had no choice but to call it quits. This doorbell camera footage proves size ain't everything. The video shows a little girl screaming and running for her life, dragging her tiny dog behind her. A coyote is hot on their heels, trying to snatch the pup.
I ran to the sidewalk and started screaming for help, and no one heard me. I just saw this coyote trying to attack my dog, and I tried to ring on people's doorbells and knock on people's doors.
But this pint-sized pooch ain't going down without a fight.
I thought, am I next? What's gonna happen to me?
The little dog turns into a barking, lunging defender, chasing the coyote away before catching up to its terrified owner. Apparently, the neighborhood had been warned about an aggressive coyote on the loose, but who knew the hero they needed wouldn't be some giant guard dog, but a tiny 10-pound terror. This little fella showed that courage comes in all sizes. This Instagram video has everyone buzzing about a possible alien invasion. Unanswered Universe posted a clip showing at least a dozen mysterious lights chilling in the night sky. They seem kinda arranged, but it's hard to tell if they're moving or not. The video says it was filmed in England, but something seems fishy. Folks are pointing out that cars are driving on the wrong side of the road. In England, they stick to the left lane, plus those red barns in the background scream America more than anything. So location aside, what are these lights? Theories are flying faster than a speeding UFO. One Instagrammer think they're drones, set up worldwide to scare us into believing an alien attack is coming. Others are more grounded, suggesting it's a natural phenomenon or something more ordinary. Here's where it gets interesting. People who've seen military exercises think these might be flares, the kind helicopters or fighter jets drop during training. One commenter, Lewis Dublin, seems to confirm this, saying these are 81mm Elam flares used in military drills. After looking up what those flares looked like, it does seem like a strong possibility. So, are we about to be probed by aliens? Or is this just a case of military exercises lighting up the night sky? The answer, my friend, is still up in the air. You won't believe this police chase. This biker is doing crazy stunts to get away. Cops are all in bud at over 100 miles per hour. Check this out.
He was doing stunts on the freeway right now, really just kind of showing off.
He's popping wheelies like it's nothing. Then he's taking a selfie. And here he is chilling on the pegs, waving like he's on a joyride. Talk about guts. With 2 cop bikes hot on his tail, he throws them a major insult with a rude hand gesture.
Does seem to be almost taunting those 2 officers.
It gets weirder. He ditches the cops and pulls over to put in earbuds? Finally, the cops corner him, but somehow he escapes again. Apparently, people were cheering him on as he raced by, but like always in these chases, the cops get their guy.
They do have their guns out, which is a very dangerous situation.
He rolls into a gas station outside LA, pulls over, and surrenders. Wild ride, huh? Lasted a whole hour. Turns out the biker is a 23-year-old named Philip Resendez. He apologized to his family after he got caught.
I just want to say that I love my family and my 2 baby girls, and I'm sorry I disappointed them in the middle of all this.
Yeah, a little late for that, buddy. This next clip will send shivers down your spine. We're looking inside a burning house and it's bad. Thick black smoke fills the ceiling like a giant suffocating cloud. Upstairs, a massive inferno rages. Flames lick up the walls, casting an angry orange glow. This TikTok video has folks buzzing about a possible alien sighting. TikToker Hermosa403 was cruising along at night on their way to a sibling's wake when they slammed on the brakes. The reason? Spooky multicolored lights blinking in the sky, hovering like a giant unidentified flying object.
What the No, I'm serious. Look at that. What is that?
Someone in the car is convinced it's not of this world, but others are more down to earth.
Look at this. What is that? That's a light tower. That's a UFO, man. That's a UFO.
They say it's just a run-of-the-mill light tower. And guess what? They're probably right. The fact that the lights aren't moving is a big clue. People in the comments are chiming in, claiming they know exactly what it is. One TikToker named Darlin J says, "Chill, that's a tower. I've lived here forever and I know it." Others are sharing similar stories. They saw something weird in the night sky, freaked out, then went back during the day to find a regular old cell tower where the UFO once was. So while this was most likely a tower and no ET paying a visit, you can't blame them for getting spooked. In the dead of night, those lights could definitely pass for an alien spaceship. This is some crazy dashcam footage of a police chase that went bad down in Brunswick on Friday. You see a cop catch up to a biker on I-95, but then the biker guns it and speeds off at over 100 miles per hour. The officer manages to call in a description of the biker and the bike, even throws out some possible license plate numbers.
Just crossed into Glenn County.
Things get hairy though, because the chase keeps going for like 2 whole minutes, weaving in and out of traffic and even using the emergency lane.
Alright, Kim, he's getting off exit 36 on 341. Speeds of 135.
It gets worse. The chase spills into Brunswick, and ends tragically with a biker slamming into a car at an intersection. Sadly, the biker didn't make it. Here's the thing, experts say this whole chase shouldn't have even happened.
No, the policies are in place, they just have to be adhered to.
They say the cops have policies in place to avoid chases that put innocent people at risk, like weighing how serious the crime is versus the danger of a chase.
They probably should have got on the air and asked the officer what charges, existing charges you have. Based upon that, he should have told, or he or she should have discontinued that pursuit from a supervisory level.
On top of that, apparently the cops have fancy tech that could have helped identify the biker without chasing him in the first place.
And maybe later on they're able to find that individual and somehow cite him and arrest him for fleeing and eluding as well as reckless driving, which are jailable offenses in Georgia.
The state police are doing a big investigation to see if the cops broke any rules. If they did, the sheriff's gonna have some explaining to do. The Appalachian Mountains are already creepy as it is, but this TikTok by Mandy ASMR22 will send shivers down your spine. The video starts with a TikToker asking, what does she or it want? We then see a shadowy figure, seemingly female, peeking out from behind a shed. It looks like something straight out of a horror movie. This creepy lady demands to be let in, then declares she's coming in anyway. Not exactly comforting considering her jerky movements. To top it all off, an eerie whistle cuts through the night air. The figure speaks again, but her words are muffled. Then, just as quickly as she appeared, she vanishes. Some folks in the comments are suspicious. They point out that the voice sounds clear as day, even though the woman is far from the camera. This makes them think the audio might be fake, like someone put a microphone on her. But whether it's a real person or a ghostly apparition, who knows? After all, this is the Appalachians we're talking about. One commenter, Sabrina Dawn, shared some local wisdom. If you hear it, no you don't. If you see it, don't look at it. Keep curtains closed at night and don't talk to it. Don't question any of it. Sounds like solid advice to me. This TikToker should probably take heed. There's a spooky legend in a tiny Pennsylvania town called South Park. It all centers around a creepy abandoned railroad tunnel. The story goes that a man named Charlie, or Green Man, as the locals call him, used to work with electricity. One fateful day, an accident took his life and left his face disfigured beyond recognition. Now his ghost is said to haunt the tunnel where it all happened. This YouTube channel called Full Car decided to test their nerves and explore the haunted tunnel in the dead of night.
Alright, well we made it. This place looks creepy as hell, but that's some weird ass dirt road.
They weren't alone. The tunnel walls themselves were covered in graffiti, like whispers from other visitors. As they ventured deeper, they climbed up a section to get a better look at the place. It was dark, damp, and the only sound was their own breathing. They even checked out some strange salt buildup on the ceiling. Finally, they decided to settle down and listen to any ghostly activity. That's when things got interesting. One of the guys snapped a photo, and when they examined it later, they saw something chilling. In the background, a faint green figure seemed to lurk in the shadows. Could it be Green Man himself?
It's a picture right now. Yeah, send it right down here. Send it right down here.
The legend lives on, thanks to local lore and maybe, just maybe, a photo captured by these brave YouTubers. This is Zhana Samsonova, a Russian influencer who went by the name Zhana D'Art online. She was really strict about promoting raw vegan diets on social media, always bragging about eating only fruits, sunflower seed sprouts, smoothies, and juices. In 2023, while touring Southeast Asia, Jana tried living solely on exotic fruits. Unfortunately, this didn't give her all the nutrients she needed. Even though she sought medical help, she passed away at 39. Many of her friends believe her extreme diet contributed to her death. Jana's videos now serve as a stark reminder of the importance of a well-rounded diet. This creepy pic posted by Fun Administration 28 is going viral, and it all started with a 3 a.m. phone call. The pic shows a spooky figure lurking outside their friend's window. Some folks are saying it looks like the Grudge from that horror movie, but the OP, who's from Malaysia, knows exactly what it is: a Pontianak. In Malay and Indonesian folklore, a Pontianak is basically a vengeful ghost, a woman who died during childbirth and now seeks revenge. They're usually depicted with long black hair, glowing red eyes, and a blood-stained white dress. These spooky spirits haunt the living, especially men, to get payback for their tragic deaths. They're kinda like a cautionary tale about treating women right and the dangers of being out alone at night. Traditionally, Pontianaks are said to chill in banana trees during the day and then creep out at night to hunt for victims. They'll lure you in with their beauty and the horrifying ghost time. The OP's friend always thought their neighborhood was haunted, claiming to see stuff in the trees and even a ghost dude living in an abandoned house. But after this pic, the OP is definitely a believer now. So what do you think? Creepy ghost or something else? Imagine you're a content creator exploring abandoned houses to document your adventures. You get to this supposedly deserted house, only to find out it might not be as empty as you thought. That's exactly what happened to a guy named Dustin Walker. When he ventured out to his house in the middle of nowhere, everything seemed fine as he approached the house and walked around it, probably just making sure everything was cool. But then, he made a shocking discovery that made him rethink the whole idea and ditch the exploration altogether. Check this out. If you look closely, you can see what looks like some kind of figure watching from the windows, maybe trying to scare off any intruders. Luckily, Dustin decided not to go inside, packed up his stuff, and left after filming the video. Who knows what could have happened if he had gone in? Do you think he caught a ghost on camera? Or was it just something ordinary that looked spooky? Folks in Fairbanks are spooked by these creepy sounds captured on TikTok by Cryptic. The video features some seriously unsettling noises coming from everywhere at once. It's enough to make your skin crawl.
It's coming from all directions.
Some commenters are pointing fingers at Siren Head, a creepy monster with sirens for a head that loves to lure people in with weird sounds. But is it a monster or something more down to earth? Other TikTokers are chiming in, saying they've heard the same spooky noises around Fairbanks. One commuter, BioHulk, says they even cut a hike short because of the weird vibes and strange sounds. As the video rolls on, a plane cuts through the sky, but those creepy noises are back in the background, stronger than ever. Here's where things get interesting. People are throwing out all sorts of theories in the comments. Could it be tectonic plates groaning? Maybe some late night tunnel construction? Or perhaps it's an alien love song?
You hear that?
No one knows for sure what's making these sounds, but one thing's for sure, they're definitely creepy. What do you think it is? This Jacksonville street racing scene is about to go from hot to busted. JSO just dropped a video of Operation Decelerate, and it's got everything you'd expect from illegal racing. Way too much speed, way too close calls, and zero regard for safety. The clip starts with a deafening roar of an engine as a car launches itself down the street. It's not alone. Multiple cars join the race, 2 at a time, weaving in and out like they own the road. It's like a bad drift show, out of control. The crowd watching is eating it up. One person even throws a firework into the mix, but the party comes to a screeching halt when the JSO shows up.
We've all kind of discussed what we feel like would be the best plan, because what we're going to try to do tonight is herd kittens, okay? Where they have. Perimeter.
We got this block down.
Hey, I got multiple. Coming out towards bush.
We're talking a whole lot of patrol cars swarming the scene, lights flashing like a disco ball in overdrive. Some racers try to bolt, but it's no use. The cops mean business, and they even deploy a K9 unit for a good measure.
Good boy. Good boy.
In the end, the suspects are apprehended at different locations, one by one.
That's desperation right there, buddy. They just went to an edge. Let them make contact first, and then you can get out.
Hands up!
The video cuts to the racers in handcuffs. Faces grim. Looks like these speed demons will have some time to reflect on their poor choices behind bars. This is a stark reminder of the dangers of street racing, and not just for the racers themselves, but for everyone on the road. Play it safe, folks. This prison had a crazy escape attempt straight out of a movie. He was in court, all cuffed up, with a deputy watching him close. But next thing you know, he ditches the cuffs, gives the deputy the slip, and takes off on a wild chase through the courthouse hallways. It's like a scene from an action flick. This dude's booking it, leaving the deputy in the dust. His freedom was short-lived though. The sheriff's office wasn't messing around. They threw everything they had at finding him. A huge search operation that lasted for hours. Finally, they cornered him and took him back into custody. Talk about a dramatic day in court. An Oklahoma woman named Courtney Ray Jordan allegedly went on a wild spree involving a police chase.
With us. Hey, go get sticks, Mark. Get my trunk, get my trunk. Stop! In the trunk. Put your hand.
It all kicked off with a reported hit and run, which led officers from the Broken Arrow Police Department to confront her. Instead of cooperating, Jordan supposedly took off. The chase came to an end when she crashed into several vehicles at an intersection, smashed into a fence, and ultimately got what was coming to her. This TikTok by Draco Reyes has people buzzing about an alien abduction caught on camera.
But that's all because of the moon. You see it?
The video shows a glowing object inching closer and closer to the moon, and the object takes off, leaving a strange smoky trail behind it.
Our is up. Our government is up. What? Bam.
What did it just hit?
Look at it. Look at the smoke rings.
Some folks in the comments are claiming they've seen the same thing. Others are quick to point out it's probably just a regular space launch. But that doesn't explain the weird smoke ring, does it?
Like, what in the is that? There's the moon. This bullshit just sent a shockwave.
Many TikTokers are convinced this is an alien portal opening up. Sounds wild, right? But hey, anything is possible in space.
Our government is up. Why? Bam! What did he just say? Look at it. Look at.
Believers are scoffing at the space launch theory. But there is a more down-to-earth explanation. One commenter, Liana Aoyung, thinks it might be a rocket booster separating during the final climb to orbit. That sounds way less exciting than an alien abduction, but it's also more likely. So what do you think? Portal or space launch? Let us know in the comments. A Reddit user named BourbonLover88 posted a video he got from his trail camera. He says there's a creepy figure moving in the video and wants people to check it out. The video is kind of blurry, but it definitely looks like something is there. The user commented saying it's a ghost from an old coal mine nearby. Apparently a bunch of miners died there and their bodies were never recovered. This person also says the figure seems to slow down when it crosses an old mining road in the video, like it knows what it's doing. They even compare the figure to a picture of their friend who's 5'9" and reckon the thing in the video is like 10 feet tall. BourbonLover88 thinks it's a ghost, but wants to hear what other people think. He also posted a couple of pictures to show how tall the figure might be. Seriously, 10 feet? That's messed up. You won't believe what YouTuber Carrie E caught on her Wise cam. In the blink of an eye, a dark shadowy figure darts past the camera.
It didn't even pick up that motion.
At first glance, it looks like someone snuck in, but this thing moves way too fast to be human.
Rewind it. It didn't even pick up that motion.
People in the comments are freaking out, calling it insane. They've only ever heard stories of creatures like this. One commenter, at Roberta R. Santos, says, "This is the first time I've seen a black figure like this. Usually it's just shadows people talk about seeing. Folks are divided on what it could be. In Eastern culture, they might call it a jinn. In the West, maybe a demon or some other creepy spirit. Shadow people usually hang out in bedrooms or dark hallways, freaking people out. They don't have any clear features and you usually just catch them out of the corner of your eye. But this one waltzed right past the security camera like it didn't care. Catching a shadow figure this clear on camera is super rare. This is definitely some kind of entity, but whether it's friendly or foe, who knows?" Imagine you're chilling in the bathroom. It's supposed to be a safe space to relax and stuff. You know, with a lock on the door and all. Well, this TikToker named Leanne Rito learned the hard way that bathrooms aren't always sunshine and rainbows.
Otra vez el demonio que me está molestando de vuelta. Aquí está. ¿Quién sos? Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. No sos bienvenido, andate. Andate.
Dude was just trying to do his business when out of nowhere, the doorknob starts going crazy, like shaking back and forth, like someone's trying to rip the door down. Leon Rito must have been scared out of his mind.
Me tenés cansado, mostrate. No te voy a tener miedo. ¿Quién sos? ¿Quién sos?
Luckily, he seems okay in the end. But yeah, that's gotta mess you up. So next time you're in the bathroom and hear something weird, just remember this video. This Reddit post by Whitwar101 has everyone scratching their heads over mysterious lights spotted in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. This video shows several strange lights silently zipping across the sky in a tight formation. At first glance, it seems like one object, but some Redditors think there's more to the story. Ridiculous points out, it almost looks like one of the lights caught up to the other ones. Pinkster jumps in with a theory. Maybe there are three and they're flying together, like a triangle in disguise. This wouldn't be so weird if it weren't for one thing. A single light seems to break away from the formation for a moment. This throws some cold water on the drone swarm idea. The original poster, Whitwar101, chimes in, saying they've seen these lights before over Hamilton Harbor. They even brought out their night vision camera to film 3 bright fireball-like lights floating around. Spooky, right? Well, it gets weirder. People in the comments are reporting similar sightings across the US, even in national parks. But hold on, some folks are skeptical. They think the lights might just be birds messing with the cameras or some kind of camera effect. Maybe the lights from nearby buildings are reflecting off the birds' white bellies, making them look strange. The video even picks up some chirping that sounds like birds. So, what's the verdict? Strange lights in the sky? Or just a flock of birds getting a light show? This one needs a closer look. So this next video is from a TikToker named DaddyGeo6969, and there's no explanation at all about what happened before he filmed it. All we know is that he went out to explore an abandoned farmhouse, probably wanting to film some cool stuff inside. But something scared him off before he even got close. In the video, he's zooming in on something through a window in the farmhouse, and whatever it is, freaks him right out. Take a look yourself.
Yo, what the f is that? What the f is that? What the f is that?
You can see a giant shadowy figure moving around inside the farmhouse. No wonder the uploader just stood there freaking out. Luckily, that was enough to make him nope right out of there. Who knows what creepy stuff might have been in there. You won't believe what this Reddit dude caught on camera. Oopie Spoopy Man was home alone when he started hearing creepy noises from the kitchen. He grabbed his phone, snapped a pic, and whoa, check this out. At first glance, it seems normal, but zoom by the kitchen door. Seriously, zoom in. See that white shadowy face peeking around the corner? Spooky, right? Oopie Spoopy Man says he lives with roommates but was completely alone when he took the pic. He checked everywhere. The kitchen, the whole house, no one there. Doors and windows locked tight too. So what is it? Some folks think it's Michael Myers himself who came to life. Others say it's a fake, like someone edited the photo. There's definitely some debate in the comments. One user pointed out that the face area seems way clearer than the rest of the pic, almost blurry around the edges, like someone airbrushed it in. Another user analyzed the photo and thinks an editing tool was used. So, real ghost or clever Photoshop trickery? The jury's out on this one, but creepy? Absolutely. We all hear cops are here to help, to protect and serve, but sometimes things get flipped upside down, like Jesus Jimenez, pulled over for driving a buddy's truck.
Where'd he borrow the truck from?
One of his friends in Albuquerque. I don't know the friend.
His story? Borrowed it, but couldn't remember his friend's address. Sketchy, right?
Where did you get the truck at?
One of my buddies lent it to me.
What buddy?
His name's John.
John what?
Martinez.
Where's he stay?
Up on the Mesa.
Okay.
I don't really have an address.
When did he lend it to you?
Just like last night. We just needed a right to register the kids.
Cops saw messed up ignition and figured it was stolen.
Yes, it's not punched out or anything. And he just said there's a truck in the Mesa that you can use if you need.
Like it was his, of course, you know, and his property up there.
Jimenez gets booked, paperwork done, shoved in a cell, but that ain't the end. Jimenez sees his chance. Empty hallway, no guards. He walks out, door wide open, no alarm, no nothing. Dudes didn't even check if the door was locked. Jimenez wasn't about to test his luck though. He strolled right out, halfway across the parking lot before anyone noticed. Took the cops a cool 10 minutes to realize their prisoner was gone. No security footage check, no cell checks, nada. Guess locking the door wasn't high on their priority list. They found Jimenez outside a motel eventually, thankfully. But seriously, how easy would it be for a more cunning dude to disappear? This is a wake-up call for these cops for sure. So a Redditor named Dreamcatch found this weird video on his co-worker's website of all places. He posted it to this subreddit called High Strangeness, which sounds pretty spooky right off the bat. The video starts out boring, like some random clip of beach in the daytime, but then it gets stranger. See for yourself. In the distance, there's this giant thing moving around in the water.
Bruh.
The video cuts off before we get a good look, but people are saying it's a sea serpent. I can kinda see why, based on the way it's moving. Of course, it could also just be something normal, like a fishing net or even a tree trunk or some fish. That's what some people in the comments are saying anyway. Sea serpent or not, this video is definitely creepy. Alright. Buckle up because this next video is one of the wildest UFO clips you'll ever see. It's supposedly filmed from the cockpit of a plane, a 787 to be exact, way up at 37,000 feet. They're showing what look like UFOs, but there's not much other info about the video. Here's the cool part. Most UFO sightings are blurry phone footage from the ground, but this one's filmed from the pilot's seat, super high up.
In a big triangle, there's 4. Yeah, we were just talking about this earlier. Me and my buddy there saw them last January. Same place, saw these things flying around.
I saw it mentioned in the chat group. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Look at them moving now.
Oh, I'm getting them on video nicely too.
Nice, you're getting them really good there. You zoomed in on them. I had to send it out.
Those are way up there, eh?
Yeah.
The guy who uploaded it says they were flying from Japan to Canada in November, saw these things with all 3 pilots in the cockpit, and they're sure they weren't satellites or flares. They say these objects were changing colors, vanishing and reappearing, and moving faster than anything else in the sky, even other planes. We're talking 10 to 20 times faster. So what do you think? Aliens or something else? This TikTok sound is seriously out of this world. KK is my name posted this video from Kenmore, Alberta, and the sound is equal parts creepy and strangely beautiful. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. This weird musical hum has actually been heard all over the world. and nobody knows for sure what it is. Some folks call it sky trumpets or sky quakes, basically loud booms, scraping noises, or trumpet blasts that come out of nowhere. These things can last anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, and sometimes they even make things vibrate. They happen in cities in the countryside, and nobody can ever find where they come from. The craziest part? People have been hearing these sounds for hundreds of years. So what's the deal? Some ideas are that it's drones or fancy broadcasting equipment. Then there's the whole apocalyptic trumpets theory, which is pretty out there. A bunch of TikTokers in the comments are saying they've heard similar sounds too, like they're coming straight down from the sky. Is it the end times? Probably not, but let's just say it's not exactly the kind of thing you want to go viral. Working out can get scary real quick. This dude's just minding his own business, pumping iron, when another guy walks over with a weight plate and suddenly trips. Or maybe it wasn't a trip. The video makes it look like this dude might have been trying to pull a prank by flinging the weight plate at the workout guy. Either way, it's a bad move and super dangerous. The weight slams right into the workout guy, who goes down in pain. The weight tossing dude pretends to be hurt too. Then he calls someone for help. Who knows what this prankster's motive was? Hopefully the workout guy wasn't seriously injured, but one thing's for sure, this video is a reminder to keep your guard up, even at the gym. This Flagler County mom made a terrible choice that could have ended badly. On July 15th, 2023, the sheriff's office got flooded with calls about a car swerving all over the road. One caller even said there was a young one in the back.
Your call of a reckless driver a couple hours ago?
Oh yeah, the girl with the baby. You just kept seeing this white Chevy Cruze, right? I gave the license plate to the 911 operator.
Yeah.
And she was just like swerving all over the place. She almost hit multiple cars. She was like driving around people and then getting right back behind them. Like she just seemed like she was really under the influence. And at one point we even got past her and I rolled down my window and I asked her if she was okay, and I was like, do you need me to call you an Uber? And she's like, I'm just driving. And then I noticed there was a baby in the back seat, like in a car seat.
By the time the cops found the car, it was half hanging in a ditch. Yikes.
I was trying to change my baby's pamper, and I don't know, I was just trying to pull over to change his pamper, and then I thought this was a side road so I could change his pamper, and it's not.
Let's wait right here. He's checking on him, okay?
Okay.
Where are we coming from tonight?
Oh, I'm going to my house, but I had to pay to change his pamper.
Okay.
But I thought this was a side road so I can change his pamper.
The woman, who was all confused, told the officer she was just going from her dad's place to her mom's where she lives. Thankfully, the officer got the child out safe and sound. Then things got real.
Why don't y'all, I smelled it whenever I talked to her for a minute. Why don't y'all start Fields? He's gonna take them. That's fine.
So we received a call, a few calls about the way you were driving, okay? And our corporal was able to pull up behind you and observe some of your driving pattern. And along with the driving pattern, and then when you pulled over the side of the road, I understand we couldn't see in the ditch, okay?
Yeah.
But with all of that combined, okay, we are going to ask for you to participate in some field sobriety exercises, just to make sure everything's okay, and we're going to go.
The cops told her about all the calls and that they needed her to do a field sobriety test, which she agreed to. Well, let's just say the tests didn't go well.
Do you understand the instructions, ma'am? Yeah. Okay. With your eyes only.
1028, 1029, 1030, 1031.
Turns out she was way over the legal limit, twice the legal limit, to be exact. She was arrested without any trouble and slapped with 2 counts of child neglect and a DUI charge. This whole situation could have been a lot worse, but hopefully it's a wake-up call for this mom. This is a wild story straight out of Florida. On August 21st, 2023, highway patrol officers were on the lookout for bad drivers when they spotted a white SUV weaving all over the road, going way too fast.
Do you know the speed limit here is? 70, and I saw it lower to 60. 60, when it lowered back there, I was still behind you at 77. Alright, do you have your license? Okay. Let me ask you this, do you have a medical marijuana license? I smell marijuana. Is there marijuana in the car? A little bit, yeah. Okay. Was it in the package that it came in? You sure? So do you have your medical marijuana card? Waiting for it to come back. You understand that your marijuana has to be in its original package, okay?
They pulled the guy over, and right away, they could smell a strong whiff of marijuana coming from the car. The driver tried to play it cool, saying he had his medical marijuana card. Here's the thing though, even with a card, there's a limit on how much you can carry, and this dude was way over that limit.
Where is any? That car. No, it's marijuana. Let me just wait till my car never get here, so just look, okay? Just make sure there's no guns or cocaine or no drugs in there. Come back here. Venom? Yeah, yeah, but there's things that show here. He's got slings? Oh, yeah, that's psilocybin. That's a better. What is it? Psilocybin? That's not part of the prescription. No, it's psilocybin. That's a better. Yep.
The officer searched the car and found a whole blue Nike bag stuffed with weed. We're talking about a whole pound of it. On top of that, they found psychedelic mushrooms and a bunch of pills too. No surprise, the guy got arrested and hauled off to Polk County Jail.
What was your first name?
Jeff.
Jeff, okay.
G-E-F.
In order for me to ask you questions, I have to read your Miranda rights, okay? You're not under arrest right now, alright?
They set his bond at a whopping $10,500. Looks like this dude's gonna have a lot more than just a marijuana charge to worry about. An unusual weather event unfolded near the Golden Heights on December 1st, 2016. A powerful storm system approached the border, but strangely stopped abruptly before crossing the divide. Video footage shows the dramatic contrast. Dark, churning clouds amassed on one side, while clear skies prevail on the other. The Israeli Defense Force documented the phenomenon, expressing astonishment at its peculiarity. The cause of this weather anomaly remains unclear. Some experts have suggested explanations, such as unique atmospheric conditions or variations in terrain influencing wind patterns. This event highlights the fascinating and sometimes unpredictable nature of weather systems. A welfare check in Oklahoma escalated into a dangerous encounter for police officers. Following reports of concern from family and neighbors, police arrived to assess the situation involving Rachel Clay. Ms. Clay was detained for her safety and the safety of others. However, while in police custody, she managed to escape her restraints and gain access to an assault rifle. Body camera footage captured a subsequent struggle, resulting in a discharge of a firearm. Thankfully, both the officer and the civilian involved in the altercation survived. Ms. Clay now faces charges stemming from the incident.
What was that?
Our next story features a real-life escape attempt that defies traditional prison break stereotypes. Forget the tedium of tunnel digging or the athleticism of wall scaling. These ingenious Danish inmates had a far more audacious plan in mind. Thinking outside the box, or perhaps the walls, these inmates devised a scheme so brazen it seems almost scripted. Who needs clandestine tunnels when you can orchestrate a dramatic prison break with a bulldozer? The video depicts a vehicle smashing through the prison wall, creating a chaotic scene in an unconventional escape route. However, the truly jaw-dropping twist lies in the source of the footage. Unlike the usual grainy CCTV recordings, this capture comes from an external cameraman who just happened to be outside the prison at the precise moment of the escape. The question lingers, was this an accomplice perfectly positioned for the breakout, or a stroke of incredible luck for the cameraman? A wave of disbelief rippled through prison officials in western Rio de Janeiro as news of a daring escape attempt by a notorious Brazilian gang leader, Clovino da Silva, alias Shorty, reached them. This wasn't your typical tunnel digging or bedsheet rope escape. Shorty, a high-ranking member of a powerful drug gang serving a hefty 73-year sentence for drug trafficking, was determined to break free in a way that bordered on the bizarre. Apparently, prison life had lost its charm, and Shorty yearned for freedom. His audacious plan, seemingly ripped from the pages of a Hollywood script, involved a simple yet risky masquerade. He would disguise himself as his own daughter during a prison visit and waltz right out the gates. To achieve this audacious feat, Shorty enlisted the help of his actual daughter, who visited him at the facility. While the premise sounds like a setup for a slapstick comedy sketch, the attempt itself was a serious undertaking. However, as fate would have it, things didn't quite unfold according to Shorty's grand plan. Nature's strength is on display in this video, uploaded by Special Yam 8447. The footage features a magnificent Indian gaur, also known as an Indian bison. These herbivores have evolved a remarkably muscular build, a key adaptation for survival in their natural habitat. Their impressive physique allows them to defend themselves against predators like the Bengal tiger. While the video may make the gaur appear overly muscular, this is simply a testament to their remarkable evolutionary adaptations. Believe it or not, our next story takes us to Kentucky, where reality takes a detour into the absurd. Imagine a scene straight out of a Hollywood prison break flick, but instead, it unfolds within the real walls of Louisville Metro Correction Center. That's exactly what happened when two inmates, in a move that defied logic and security protocols, attempted an escape using the most unexpected of vehicles, trash bins. Authorities report that these two individuals devised a plan that involved becoming human garbage. With the help of their fellow inmates, they strategically positioned themselves inside large trash bins. The plan? To be rolled out of the facility, creating the illusion of waste disposal. Once outside and unseen, they would then make their daring escape. But don't get too comfortable, because there's a twist coming. Thankfully, this story doesn't end with a dramatic getaway for a daring duo. A routine patrol took an unexpected turn when officers pulled over a driver suspected of DUI.
Take a deep breath and blow as hard as you can, like you're blowing up a balloon.
It's hard for me to do that. It's hot out here.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
A breathalyzer test confirmed the officer's suspicions, following a standard procedure. The officer requested the driver's cooperation for arrest.
You're not. No, you're not. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Yes. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
I'm just trying to...
However, the driver refused and attempted to flee the scene in their vehicle.
Okay.
The officer initiated a pursuit, but the driver managed to escape. In the process, evidence from the breathalyzer test was dislodged from the car. This incident highlights the challenges faced by law enforcement in apprehending uncooperative individuals suspected of DUI. It emphasizes the importance of following traffic regulations and cooperating with officers during traffic stops. This video, captured by a fellow passenger, shows a child reacting angrily after being denied entry onto a bus. The footage reveals the bus driver claiming the child struck them with a phone and acted disrespectfully. This resulted in the child being removed from the bus. The child's emotional outburst is captured on camera. What are your thoughts on how situations like this can be handled effectively to ensure the safety of both the driver and the child? Keep your eyes peeled on the man in red in this video. The scene starts calm, but a jolt of tension awaits. Mechanical failures can occur even in critical moments. Pistols, while reliable, can malfunction due to infrequent maintenance, poor ammo, or improper handling. As the situation unfolds, the bystanders begin to piece together the danger. Realizing the threat, they react swiftly, alerting the man. Thankfully, a circle lock or perhaps a mechanical one intervened, preventing a potential tragedy. This incident serves as a reminder of the importance of proper firearm maintenance and the unpredictable nature of such situations. This video, posted by Reddit user Not Me No Way, highlights the importance of food safety. The footage shows a person dipping a ladle into a communal soup container, taking a taste directly from the ladle, and then returning the utensil to the pot. This unsanitary practice can spread germs and contaminate the entire batch of soup, potentially making others sick. It serves as a reminder of the importance of proper hygiene practices at buffets and self-serve food stations. Perhaps opting for pre-packaged options or requesting a fresh ladle from staff could help ensure a safer dining experience. A chaotic scene unfolded at an airport recently, involving a seemingly intoxicated man. The video shows the man on the baggage carousel, a restricted area for passengers. Despite his attempts to hold on, the conveyor belt continues to move, eventually carrying him away. Thankfully, he appears to be unharmed, though the situation could have easily turned serious. A routine bus ride in China took a terrifying turn captured entirely on camera. The footage shows the driver calmly navigating the streets when he's struck by a sudden illness. He clutches his head, overtaken by dizziness, before slumping unconscious over the steering wheel. The situation goes from concerning to shocking as the bus, now devoid of a driver, continues its course. Alarmingly, despite the visible distress and potential for disaster, none of the passengers make a move to help the driver or prevent an accident. The bus drifts precariously before a minor collision, thankfully without injuries. But the silence and inaction of the passengers raise a disturbing question. In the face of a crisis, why did no one step forward to intervene? A mysterious blue light phenomenon illuminated the New York City skyline in 2018. The intense light cast an eerie glow across the city, visible even on reflective surfaces like water. While the official explanation attributed the event to a power generator malfunction, causing an electrical arc, some aspects remain unclear. News reports highlighted the lack of a loud explosion, fire, or injuries associated with the incident. Additionally, some sources appeared to go to lengths to dismiss the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement. This event continues to spark curiosity, with unanswered questions surrounding the exact cause and the apparent lack of a more typical electrical discharge event. A chilling close call with an avalanche is captured in this video, submitted by Reddit user Calguru. The footage shows a skier caught in the path of a descending avalanche. In a harrowing moment, the skier attempts to escape the rushing snow. While the skier appears to have avoided injury, the video serves as a stark reminder of the immense power and danger avalanches pose. This incident highlights the importance of responsible backcountry skiing practices and awareness of avalanche risks. It's crucial to remember that avalanches are not to be trifled with, and safe skiing practices are paramount in avoiding such perilous situations. We previously explored situations where the motives for terrible actions were a mystery. This incident, however, has a clear cause. Two climate activists at Stockholm's National Museum made a dramatic statement. They threw red paint on Claude Monet's renowned piece, The Artist's Garden at Giverny.
Sirener kommer ljuda oavbrutet, men ingen kommer hinna fram i tid. Förbjud torvbrytningen och återställ de jävla våtmarkerna. Vår hälsa är hotad. Själva grunden till hälsa är hotad. Som sjuksköterska kommer jag kunna ge er någon trygghet.
The protesters, believed to be affiliated with Restore Wetlands, were swiftly apprehended. Thankfully, the valuable artwork was shielded by glass and sustained no damage. This raises the question, is this an effective tactic for saving the planet? What are your thoughts? Panic erupts at a construction site as a group of people huddle together, their voices rising in alarm. A plume of dust billows in the distance as a pickup truck careens out of control on the dirt road. Situational awareness is key in a crowd. Knowing your surroundings, identifying exits, and seeking cover can make all the difference. Instinctively, the crowd begins to disperse, the urgency growing as the truck barrels closer. Then, a heart-stopping crack shatters the air. Chaos explodes as the group scatters, seeking refuge in any direction. Thankfully, despite the unknown motive and the hail of shots, no serious injuries were reported. This incident serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of staying alert and prepared, even in seemingly mundane situations. This video serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of reckless driving. The footage shows a car weaving through traffic at high speeds, a risky behavior popularized on social media for online attention. In a close call, another vehicle changes lanes, forcing the driver to swerve abruptly to avoid a collision at high velocity. While fortunately no injuries occurred, the situation highlights the devastating consequences that could have resulted from such reckless maneuvers. A curious video uploaded to YouTube in May 2016 by Juan Umbarilla has people scratching their heads. The seemingly mundane security camera footage, captured inside La Mansión del Duende restaurant in Bogotá's historic Candelaria Center, takes an unexpected turn. The clip opens with two women enjoying a meal at a table. Suddenly, something strange occurs right before their eyes. A plate on the table inexplicably begins to slide, much to their surprise. Intriguingly, their reaction isn't one of terror, but rather a mix of amusement and bewilderment. A closer look at the table reveals no strings or wires that could explain the movement, and the woman's genuine surprise adds to the mystery. Naturally, the internet has its theories. Some suggest a wet table or vibrations from traffic might be the culprit, but skeptics point out, wouldn't all the plates on the table move in that case? The unanswered question remains. What caused a single plate to embark on its solo journey? Whether a playful spirit or a more mundane explanation is at work, the video undoubtedly delivers a dose of the unexplained. It serves as a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary settings can hold unexpected mysteries. A frustrating and unsettling home invasion unfolds in this video posted by Reddit user turned evil after ban. The footage shows a person entering a residence, presumably with the intent to steal. However, their attempt is interrupted, frustrated by the thwarted burglary. A person then damages the television before fleeing the scene. This incident serves as a reminder of the importance of home security measures and the potential for escalation during such situations. A Delta flight bound for Nashville was forced to make an emergency landing in Albuquerque, New Mexico on June 4, 2021, not due to any immediate danger to the aircraft or its passengers, but rather the disruptive behavior of a single individual, Aziel Christian Norton.
You're the one with the squirrel bite. I got that extra zoom.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Mid-flight, Mr. Norton reportedly left his seat and approached the cockpit, banging on the door and demanding the plane land. The reason behind his actions remains unclear. A flight attendant attempted to intervene and determine the cause of its distress, but Mr. Norton became aggressive, prompting several passengers to intervene and restrain him.
You for f***ing us up, homie. Hey, let's keep it down, okay? Well, I don't know. It's just, dude, we got other people. I'm pretty sure that I feel the same way all these people feel. There's just a bunch of people that might not like to hear that, and some children on here, so let's just keep it down. I'm pretty sure that I'm doing okay. But okay, I'll shut up. He's a worthless f***ing term. How you doing there, Mr. Norton? Everything okay? What's that? Are you okay? My name's Officer Garcia with the Albuquerque Police Department, okay? We're here to try to find out, are you okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay. We're gonna cut these off.
Alright.
And then we're gonna put regular handcuffs on there, okay? You understand that? The incident that happened, we got the FBI coming down to talk to you to find out what caused all this, okay?
With the situation under control, the flight diverted to Albuquerque, where law enforcement awaited Mr. Norton's arrival.
Have a seat real quick.
Just slide over.
I'm gonna follow you. Go ahead and slide in and turn around. Everybody just drive right over here, okay? Watch your knee. Watch your knee.
While details about the struggle are scarce, the identities of the passengers who helped subdue him have been released.
So the flight attendant's a freaking hero. So he got him on the ground, and then he jumped on him on his torso. I was right there, and I was on his shoulder. And then the smaller guy who was sitting to my right, there's a guy who he helped, and then there was like 4 people plus the
I'll jump on the back of his leg here. So.
Okay. FBI has to respond to this because it happened while in flight, and they're going to want to talk to you guys. So if you guys can just kind of stay kind of close together, they should be here within the next 5-10 minutes.
Detained authorities read Mr. Norton his Miranda rights, and he was reportedly scheduled to remain in custody until a hearing.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him present with you during while you are being questioned.
News reports suggest Mr. Norton may have been experiencing some kind of mental health episode, which may have contributed to his erratic behavior.
Well, what happened was I got onto a plane, and on the plane, I realized that everything's a video game. And that I had been hypnotized by friends into believing the video game. And so
Despite a psychological evaluation, Mr. Norton now faces charges of interfering with a member of the flight crew. Prepare to lose some sleep over a chilling video posted on ghosts operated by Reddit user Maribel30. According to the uploader, their sister has resided in a haunted house for 8 long years, and the strange occurrence is just one of many unsettling experiences. Let's delve into the video itself. An unsettling banging or chopping sound echoes through the seemingly empty house. What or who could be the source of this unnerving noise? The answer remains shrouded in mystery. Online speculation runs wild, with some suggesting the sound eerily resembles someone chopping on a cutting board. Could it be the spirit of a past resident, a culinary phantom forever living their passion for cooking in the afterlife? While this theory may raise a chuckle, the unexplained nature of the video leaves room for all possibilities. So what do you think? Is this evidence of a restless spirit, or a more earthly explanation waiting to be found? A 2017 incident involving LAPD officers sparked debate about officer conduct and duty priorities. The video shows two officers at a gas station seemingly engaged in personal activities during their break time.
Or are you watching a video or are you playing? Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were able to live chat with whoever you're playing a game with online right now.
However, the situation took a turn when a call for backup emerged from a robbery scene. While details are unclear, the officers reportedly continued their personal activities despite the urgent request. This incident led to an investigation and a finding that they violated departmental policies regarding response to calls for assistance. The situation serves as a reminder of the importance of officers prioritizing their duties and remaining prepared to respond to emergencies during their shifts. We head to a high-security prison in Russia for our next story. The inmate at the center of it all hatches a plan as audacious as it is comical. His ticket of freedom? Believe it or not, the prison's meal window. This tiny opening, seemingly designed for a gnome, becomes his unlikely escape route. The tension thickens as we watch, wondering if he'll actually fit. With unwavering determination, he begins the process of squeezing through the window, inch by agonizing inch. Will his audacious plan pay off? Finally, after a nerve-wracking struggle, he emerges victorious, tumbling onto the prison floor below. A scene of utter chaos unfolded recently at an airport, leaving passengers shaken and bewildered.
The police have been notified. The entire Atlanta airport is shut down right now until they come out here and secure this guy. Wow! We'll keep you updated.
The incident involved a man who, seemingly having undergone a mental breakdown, stripped down to his boxers and breached security measures.
What is he doing? What the?
The video shows the man barefoot on the tarmac in a frantic attempt to gain entry to a plane. Passengers watched in horror as he ran erratically, clearly experiencing a mental episode. Thankfully, authorities responded swiftly. A dozen police cars swarmed the scene, and with decisive action, an officer tackled the man to the ground.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck as we sort through this, apparently that individual approached the aircraft from the outside and tried to gain entrance to the aircraft. We are surrounded by law enforcement right now.
While the situation was resolved quickly, the dramatic events will undoubtedly leave a lasting impact on those who witnessed it. A dramatic scene unfolded after a young girl managed to escape from a police vehicle. The video shows the girl, who had been previously arrested, slipping out of the car while the officer was completing paperwork outside. Utilizing surprising agility, the girl reached through the window, unlocked the door, and fled the scene. The officer, understandably startled, gave chase, but was unable to apprehend her. A sunny afternoon stroll takes a horrifying turn for two unsuspecting children on the sidewalk. A car pulls up beside them. The scene takes a chilling twist, witnessing the event unfold. A nearby mother and son react swiftly, their fear evident as they flee the scene. Stranger danger is a real threat, but there are ways to stay safe. By staying calm, complying with instructions, and avoiding erratic movements, children can increase their chances of escape. Thankfully, in this instance, a successful rescue brought the criminals to justice. This incident serves as a stark reminder to talk to your children about stranger danger and the importance of staying alert in public spaces. A horrifying attack unfolded in Houston, Texas, shattering the sense of security in a quiet neighborhood. A 59-year-old woman was assaulted right outside her own home, and the perpetrators were shockingly young. Surveillance footage released by a neighbor paints a chilling picture. Two young boys are initially seen on their bikes, seemingly engaged in a casual conversation with a woman. However, neighbor Maddie Monsalve reveals that the woman had a troubled relationship with some neighbors, compounded by mental health struggles.
It's been getting worse. She was like telling me that she was gonna cut me if I didn't back off.
Earlier that day, the woman was seen behaving erratically, taking items from yard workers and damaging her own vehicles. The video takes a disturbing turn when the woman attempts to shoo the boys away. 10 minutes later, they return, their demeanor noticeably different. The younger boy is wearing oversized blue gloves, while the older one has black gloves. In a shocking act of violence, the older boy pulls an object from his pants and assaults the woman in her garage. He and his companion then flee the scene on their bikes. The attack left the community reeling. Never did any of us think it would be young ones from the neighborhood who would come and attack her, Monsalve says, expressing the disbelief of many.
Just didn't know any better, so they retaliated.
The woman's fragile state necessitated regular check-ins from her family. Fortunately, her brother found her after the assault and rushed her to the hospital in critical condition. Meanwhile, deputies apprehended 2 young boys from the same neighborhood, highlighting the disturbing reality of this attack. A terrifying fall at a Washington, D.C. metro station turned into a heartwarming story of community thanks to quick-thinking passengers. A 54-year-old man using a wheelchair tragically fell onto the tracks. Without hesitation, 2 bystanders sprang into action, demonstrating incredible courage and teamwork. They swiftly coordinated a rescue, working together to lift the man back onto the platform, away from danger. Their bravery didn't stop there. They even managed to retrieve his wheelchair from the tracks. The entire rescue unfolded with the support of onlookers and other passengers who were ready to help in any way they could. Thankfully, despite the initial shock, the man wasn't injured. While the cause of his fall remains unclear, this incident serves as a powerful reminder of the strength of community and the importance of bystander intervention. Quick action by a police officer and bystanders proved life-saving. The officer initiated a rescue by breaking a car window with his baton.
Open the door! The door handle was broken off of the driver's side door and the vehicle was locked. We couldn't open the door from the outside.
Witness Chris Jones, along with 3 other bystanders, sprang into action to assist.
You could hear the kids screaming, you could hear her screaming. They were just both scared to death.
We got everybody out of it.
While Jones cradled the child and the mother tended to a broken leg, this incident highlights the remarkable teamwork and bravery of both officers and civilians in a critical situation. A close call at the zoo underscores the importance of following safety barriers. This video shows a young girl standing near a lion enclosure. One of the lionesses appears curious, approaching the glass barrier that separates the animals from the visitors. The girl is startled upon noticing the lioness so close, but thankfully, the thick glass ensures their safety. A chilling scene unfolds on the street as a black pickup truck screeches to a halt, its passenger emerging with a glint of menace. Witnessing this terrifying display, a mother and her young son are left frozen in shock. If you ever witness a kidnapping, prioritize your safety and those around you. Discreetly gather details like vehicle descriptions and suspect appearances. Do not intervene directly, but notify the authorities with any valuable information you've collected. The scene takes another unsettling turn as the pickup backs up, its movements deliberate and calculated. Once perfectly aligned with a nearby building's entrance, the driver takes a drastic action. With a sickening crunch, the men vanished into the building, their chilling voices the only evidence of what transpires within. The events that follow remain shrouded in mystery. This unsettling footage serves as a stark reminder of the importance of staying vigilant and reporting suspicious activity to the authorities. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.